Hiya folks, and welcome back to Modern Skyblock 3. So, more of this has been detailed. I have expanded this to 3 bonsais. I'm going to make a change to this today, actually, once I've gotten through the updates. Because someone gave me, and I hopefully will put their name on screen like I did last time, because one of these days I'll get used to this. You'll notice this is different. This is the biggest change. I off-screen completed Actually Edition. So we now have access to Actually Editions. I'm not using any Actually Editions yet. I'm actually using Britannia though. And that is how I have an endstone combustion casing in here. Because something I discovered, if we look at the endstone combustion casing, somewhere in here, combustion, maybe, there we go. The combustion heater takes 7 pieces of endstone there and 8 there for a total of 15, plus a quartz amplification unit, which we know we can make, and a little bit of redstone. So you think that's very, very cheap because endstone is such a base material if you have access to the end, and we don't. So how did I get endstone? I got it through combustion. 4 ender pearls, 2 sugar, 6 diorite, 2 nether quartz, and 4 bone blocks. All of these, except for the diorite, were really, really easy, and I had been stocking up on ender pearls. So it was easy for me to make 15 of these. Except for the nether quartz, but that's easy too, because you just combust a bunch of netherrack together and then grind that down. It's the diorite that was special. In order to make diorite, I could have either used this very expensive cobblestone and quartz recipe, or alternatively, I could use a alchemy catalyst on a mana pool and turn andesite into diorite. And andesite comes from stone. So 2 transmutations from stone and you have diorite. Also, these transmutations are exceedingly cheap, mana pool wise. So it was very, very easy for me to do that, especially because I had like 9 Black Lotus sitting around. So here you go, alchemy catalyst, mana pool, mana spreader, endo flame, mana in the mana pool, and this birchwood and stone around a couple of pure daisies, and this allows me to get lots of using the diamond builder's wand. I can just lay down all 8 very, very quickly, as long as I have some stone in my inventory and birch in my inventory. And heck, why don't I just show you what I mean? If I let's grab 8 of you, because you can always use more living wood. And you just click and bam, there you go. Manual, yes, but quick, yes. So that's where we're at. Very little changes other than that. Didn't really do anything up here. No new science up here. I compressed some of the rewards I was getting. I got 3 angel heart vials and an angelic feather, and I turned that into a phoenix down. It's not really all that useful. But I may as well update you on how I got that. And really I was just running back and forth from the guardian spawner and the mob spawner, because we're still working on that one quest. This one. Nope. This one. Which I don't have enough mob drops for. Which we're going to have to figure out how to solve that. Because I'm getting way too many loot bags and it's jamming this thing up. So maybe not deal with that today. But I know there is a loot unpacker. But that potentially also increases the problem. Just due to the fact that there's often multiple items, multiple non-stacking items in a loot bag. Right, so this. The awesome idea I was presented with was using another draw controller Because the problem is the more bonsai pots you add that are restricted in their output, the higher the TPS issues are. And so ideally you don't want to restrict these, but we still want to filter only wood. So we want to create a draw controller. Diamond, 2 redstone comparators. I'm going to need some quartz. Do I have any quartz? I have 1. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Counting with Rorax, as usual. And then I'm just going to grab a bunch of you. That's enough? Yeah. 5 lots of 8. Anyway. Oh, and I should probably tell you guys why I got this. Speed 660%, efficiency 660%. Yup. And the same goes for the alchemical one as well. Condenser 660, 660, and very similar ingredients. In fact, it costs 1 less endstone in the end, and it only takes tertius. So, you know, that's the next thing to work towards. The thing is, it runs on ender pearls, but you get a lot for an ender pearl. As you can see, that only used, like, because it's 660% efficient, it only used like 1/5 of an ender pearl to fill the heat units to max. So no problem there. Put all those in. You push the button. Right. 40 netherite. I'm going to break this down into quartz and then I'll be back. Alright, I return. 5 nether quartz. That'll do. And then we need 6 redstone. Is it 6? Drawer. Yeah, 6. We also need a diamond. I have 9. We'll be fine. So yeah. 6 sticks. I have sticks behind me. I really dislike how it's something about modded that causes, and it doesn't do it with storage drawers alone, but sometimes, there we go, you get 2 the first time you pull an item out of a drawer, and it's got something to do with lag. I'm not sure what though. But it's very frustrating. Right. That gets us our comparators. And then we need a drawer, any old drawer, I think. Yeah. 5 stone. Oh dear. 5 stone and a diamond. Again, please don't. Alright. Storage drawer controller. Cool. And then we need 1 more basic drawer, because there are 4 outputs from a pine sapling from a bonsai, I believe. Just check that that is true. Uses. Yeah, 4. Okay. So you may have figured out what's going to happen here already, because it should be pretty self-explanatory. I will want... I think I'm short a hopper, or maybe 2 hoppers. We'll see. I need an axe. To remove you. Spill all that out. Thank you very much. Of course you went around a way that I can't get to. I'm going to take this one out. That can sit down there for now. So, we want I've already done it wrong. We want this here, except not facing that direction preferably. So we want that. Really? Okay. Okay. Says you. You here and then here. And then I'm gonna break this. And then I'm gonna stick a storage drawer down. Don't you try and stop me, game. There we go. Okay. So, in goes the spruce. Then, for the sake of sanity, I'm going to move these before I try and rebuild everything else. Cool, cool. And then these drawers. Of course, a horse. I really do wish facing was consistent. Cool. Although I think it's modded that causes facing based on your position around a block. And it's actually very Minecraft to base position based on the surface you click on. So I really shouldn't be mad at storage drawers. I should be mad at the rest of modded for giving me bad habits. So then we have a storage drawer. I will need more hoppers, but I'll need one more hopper. But this should prove my point quite nicely. So those will grow, and then anything that goes in here, including spruce, and including stick, will find themselves into drawers that are not being used by that, but when I put spruce wood in here, that will all go into the one drawer that uses it. So that is going to be so good. And we're probably going to have some backup here, but that's fine. Or, no, it won't be so bad. It won't be so bad. But yeah, that's how that's going to work. And then it's also extendable, and it doesn't cause these things to have TPS problems. And yeah, it's a little bigger, but it's also a little more functional because we can change where this thing is, and it doesn't have to always just go up forever. So I'm going to make a new hopper and place that bonsai, and then I'll be back. Trying real hard to prove that I don't intentionally forget names here. I think the person who told me that this was viable is somebody called Benjamin? Benjamin something? So, yeah, I know I probably edited the correct name in earlier, but just to prove to you guys that I'm trying. I'm really trying. It's not intentional. There you go. I'm trying. Trying for you. Cool. Give me that. And then there we go. Now it's just that little bit less ugly. It's still ugly, but it's, you know, a small amount less ugly. Now there is something else I wanted to do today. Well, we've got this beast going, is we're going to extend it even more, because I'm going to stick a drawer on this to produce charcoal, so that basically it's just collecting charcoal all day every day. So we have a drawer, and then I'm also going to get it in this episode to constantly produce compressed stone. so that I will at in moments notice be able to pick up compressed stone and try and get some diamonds and so on out of it. Somewhere in here, yes, there we go, basic drawer. I might have to shift the whole thing up, and probably already have to admit that yes, I'm going to have to shift the whole thing up, but hopefully you guys will see what I mean. Here we go with the whole facing problem. Cool. Alright. Or do we face it this way? I think we face it this way because then, you know, the machines are in the middle but the access way is on the outside, right? So why aren't I... Will I ever remember? Will I ever remember? Okay, forever charcoal. Good. And then I'll need more hoppers. Alright, furnace. Hopper in the side for fuel. And I realized maybe I won't. Because what I really want to do is move you, don't I? Don't actually need to get at the top of that thing for charcoal anymore. Just for cobblestone. Ooh. Cool, so that's going to permanently produce stone. Actually, I will have to lift it up because I need to get at the bottom of the furnace. Also, I don't know whether I mentioned this last episode or this is the first time I'm mentioning it. I know I responded in the comments with why this wasn't working. It's not working because it's not compressed iron. Compressed iron is something that I can get hold of now, despite restrictions on it. I just need a little bit of dynamite, but the issue being that I kind of don't want to continue with that experiment right now, not until I've finished doing this. So the thing here is that we want to output the stone into a 3x3 grid, because in here somewhere is this thing. Found it. Structured crafter. So the structured crafter, if I understand it correctly, which I think I do, I will probably want a chest. Do I need multiple chests? See, that's the question. Do I want 9 sequential places or 9 extra chests? We'll take these 4. I'll make the extra chests anyway, because it's always nice to have a bunch of chests around. But this can be used, and I'll do it over here since then I don't have to move this thing and I can show you guys how it works. And then I'll set it up. So, chesty chest, chest, chestaroo. Okay, maybe not like that. Give. Thank you. Actually, you know what? I'll show you with the cobble that's in my inventory. And then I'll set it up. I'm thinking I might lean towards the sequential places, just because they will allow me to ensure a fair distribution of stone. That will make a lot more sense once I actually get to it. If I set up this cobblestone like this, you can also do it in a flat way, but I'm doing it like this so that it doesn't take up as much room. I'm going to stick this here temporarily. And I'm going to stick that chest there. And then I'm going to stick this here, arrow pointing to chest, with that 3x3 behind there. You may be starting to understand what's going to happen. I need a piece of cobble, thank you very much. No, not 2, but alright, since you're bugged. Wait, what? Cobble turns into body part template. Alright, learning things every day. take a lever, put it on here, flick it. Wow, the cobble disappeared, huh? Turned into a compressed cobblestone. And that is why. So that is how we are going to create our compressed stone. Hiya folks, Editor Rorax here. I just want to assure you that the next 10 minutes are not going to be as painful as you think they are. Wait, no, they're going to be exactly as painful as you think they are, but it pays off in the end. So the reason we come up here to our... take down this stuff before I continue. Okay, so the sequential placer. The reason why I think it'll be better for distribution is because if I had 9 hoppers and 9 chests, I'd have to find some way to restrict the hoppers and chests for filling those chests, because it can take items out of a chest to produce the cobblestone, right? Like if I had this chest here and that was the bottom left corner of a crafting grid, I could stick something in it and that cobblestone in that chest would be used in the recipe. But the problem with that is one slot has 64 spaces and one hopper has 64 spaces per slot, and one hopper has 64 places per slot as well, and you have to restrict that somehow. But with a placer you can make sure that it's only producing one item in place of... I need redstone. Come on, brain. Right? And then you'd have the crafter here. Arrows facing the wrong way, etc. But then all you have to worry about is the hopper, and you might be looking at these, but then you can, you know, restrict this all the way back to here, and it just, in my brain, it works out better. So we're going to try it with that. So, in order to make sequential places, sequential placer, we need planks and integrated piston and block of quartz. Okay, I don't think it used to need a block of quartz. Not terrible anyway, it's only 4 pieces of quartz. And an integrated piston is very cheap, 3 iron nuggets, redstone, and a oak wooden slab, right? So I'm going to make those, and then I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. I have 9 sequential places, 9 hoppers, and I've kind of realized I have a problem. Sequential places... yeah, that'll do. For the purposes of this, will do. You can have your 9 sequential places. You can even have your 9 hoppers. But the issue here is that I have to get a redstone signal to all 9 of them, right? That one timer, it's not going to propagate through this one to the rest of them. And I can get redstone along the top, and I can get redstone along the bottom, but getting redstone to this middle one is going to be tricky unless these count for what they call weak power. And they don't. So, yeah, and I can't exactly have redstone come in the front here because that's where the block needs to pop out. I was also thinking while making these, and I'm sure we'll find some other use for them, that I still had the same fundamental problem in the end, which was that too many items, too many slots. So I'm still a little confused about how to get past this particular issue, but I will return when I have an idea. Okay, I'm back briefly. I have created the Backstuffer's Nightmare. It works, but boy oh boy is it going to take some heck of a setup. As you can see, a lot of hoppers. A lot of hoppers. And 9 chests. They've all got six, well, they're all got sticks all the way through them. And most of the chests are backstuffed to 64. Because I have the tape over there, I've been lazy in grabbing the stone out of the hopper as it turns up. Ooh. Then, here I have 4 spruce leaves, because if they were sticks, the sticks would go in the stick slots. So they're spruce leaves, backstuffed with 1 slot full of cobblestone. And then it would have to repeat this on both sides. I haven't done these at all. Well, sort of. I've started. Next one up, 4 magma slime balls with cobblestone. 4 blue slime balls with cobblestone. 4 purple slime balls, now with cobblestone. And then up here, I guess that could just be all cobblestone. That wouldn't really matter. Because this one is pointed into this one, so that cobblestone goes this way and down. And then this one goes into here, which pulls cobblestone down and that way. So all 3 lines will get cobblestone eventually. This one last, I imagine. And so this has to repeat this structure all the way up. And they always have to have cobblestone in them. If they are ever running out of cobblestone, then all hell will break loose. And that's the bit I'm wondering about, because I'm not sure how I'm going to measure that when it comes to our friend here. And I'm just going to place you, and then you. Because the thing is, if it's backstuffed to 64, wait, that's wrong. If it's backstuffed to 64, then you can do it 64 times, or as many times as it refills fast enough. But if any of them at any point runs out, the whole system will collapse, because all of these backstuff slots will start to be used up, and then more slots can fill, and then it's just a nightmare. I need an item transport method that isn't hoppers. So I'm not entirely sure it's actually worth setting this up. What I think might be the wiser decision here is just to stick a drawer under this thing and offload the whole lot into a drawer. I just had the stupidest light bulb moment in my entire Minecraft career. And I'm sure all of you were thinking this the whole time. Oh my lord. Hang on. Let me grab a stack of stone. Okay. Now that I've just kind of done some breathing. Oh no. How do I let these things happen? Okay, compacting drawer, you're coming with me. It seems like my brain made the connection that I could have just used a compacting drawer this whole time when I actually finally said drawer, as in to put stone in it. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, well, this episode. Let this episode please be a lesson to y'all. I think what we'll do for the end of the episode is we'll shift all this stuff and put it in its appropriate positions, and so on. I'm gonna need to get rid of some of this junk I've got in my inventory though. Oh man. I think the problem was that I was also overthinking it. Because I wanted to overthink it. You could do it the way that I was doing it, that is for sure. You certainly could do it the way that I was gonna do it. But there's just no reason to, is there? You may as well just use a compacting drawer. Rather than trying to be unnecessarily clever. So, there is that. Excuse me. Oh, you're getting coal from there. Okay. I see how it is. This is stone, thank you very much. Furnace. You come with me. And then you... break that. Need to be spruce, spruce. Where's my charcoal drawer? Did I not make a charcoal drawer? Oh. That's not what's in it. That's just... oh dear. I don't know which one it would be. Would it be this one? It was that one. Very good luck. So what one was this one? This was the cobblestone. So that will go here. Wow, I had no cobblestone left. Amazing. Not really that amazing because the cobblestone generator had been broken down, so we'll have to figure that out too. Won't be an issue really. Alright. So, charcoal producing... what? No. Not quite. Charcoal producing furnace goes there. That's not right. That is not right. Because I need a hopper there first. Too much spruce in my inventory. Out, out. Okay. Didn't hear the bloop, but it was in my inventory anyway. There, charcoal producing furnace. Then, so we'll load you up with spruce, because we can. I feel like I've done something incorrectly here. I feel like I'm missing a hopper. This hopper went wildly over the side or something. This is our spruce drawer. Because we need you here. For me to climb up. And you here. And then we needed this one to point this way. And then we would put the spruce drawer on top. So, wondering how I managed to lose a hopper. Or I put down an extra hopper somehow. Somewhere. Oh, I used it for that. Right. That makes sense. So we'll take this. Elevate ourselves. Put you there. And then spruce drawer. And it doesn't really matter what order these guys go in. Just as long as they are connected to you. Every time. I don't want to put all of it back, if you're wondering. You there. You there. And last one there. And that one held spruce leaves. We need to make these 3 void chests, by the way. And then I guess you can go here. This, and then why do I not have any other hoppers? This and this. Doesn't really matter if we can't see the manager. Just want to contain these properly, really. Okay. One last elevate. This, and this. 2, 3. Already had some on me. Plan. All good. Okay. So that is one full system for producing compressed cobblestone. Wow. It was so much simpler once I had worked out that all I needed to do was that. Huh. Funny that. So yeah, now whenever I'm just canoodling around the base, we'll be able to get as much compressed stone as we want. Or rather, it'll slowly produce as much compressed stone as we want. We won't be grinding up compressed stone so often at this point that we'll really ever run out. And I guess we'll also have a constant smooth stone supply as well. So anyway, I think I'm going to leave the episode there. Slightly defeated, but not totally, since it was a win in the end. Pyrrhic victory, as they say, maybe. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.